Hey guys, what is going on? It is Derek, aka Finance Pro here, and I'm sure you guys don't even recognize me anymore because it's been a couple weeks since I put up a video. I really do apologize for that. I wanted to kind of just let you guys know that I'm here to stay. I'm gonna be doing YouTube regularly. It's just that I had a lot of stuff really going on the last couple weeks, a lot of family visiting in town. Just a lot of things going on with the house. So everything is settled out now. So I should be able to get back on my regular schedule. Definitely looking forward to getting into some thrifting and stuff. But before we do that, if you can see behind me, the office is an absolute disaster. So we need to clean this up, get this stuff listed, and get the stuff out of here because honestly, a business only works like this if you're actually listing the stuff you're buying. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to work on that for a little bit, and then by the time I'm done with this, I'll probably head out to some thrift stores and see what we can do there. But probably just going to cut to that footage. Nobody wants to watch somebody clean their house. So other than that, I will talk to you guys soon. Oh, by the way, Mac wants to say hi. Say hi. Such a good boy. All right, see you guys soon. All right, guys, we are heading into Goodwill number 1. I'm really excited because I haven't been out thrifting in a couple of weeks. I've kind of just tried to get a reset on, my life and stuff, got back into the gym, just trying to really get back into a regular routine. But the good news is it did help me get a lot of stuff sold and shipped and make room for more inventory. So I'm going to be getting in here, seeing if we can make some more money. I do love this Goodwill the most because they usually have the best stuff. So we'll see what we can clean up. I'll see you guys inside.
One eternity later.
All right, guys, so not much success in there, unfortunately. I was really looking forward to getting into that Goodwill and seeing if there's anything good. Midday on a Sunday, usually not the best day for picking. The busiest days you're gonna run into are like Fridays and Saturdays, stuff like that. So I definitely struck out here, but I'm gonna go ahead and mosey my way on to the next Goodwill and see if we can find anything there. Before I do switch over to that footage though, there is a couple things I did find. I found this complete copy of UFC Trainer for the Wii. That's gonna be about $3 or $4 profit after fees. And then this other thing I found was actually, for me, I thought it was hilarious that somebody took the time to frame this. So it says, "Officer, it wasn't me. Here's a sketch of the real killer," and he's drawing Michael Myers. So I thought that was hilarious. So I grabbed it, put it up in my office or something. So I will see you guys at the next stop. All right, guys, so when I don't find much in a Goodwill, I don't like to record just because it's no point in recording on there. So the good news is I did find a couple of games. They had a crap ton of games in there, but they were all really like low dollar titles. I would have lost money if I tried to sell them. The one that I picked up that was really good for $10 was Attack on Titan. This game sells for about $50 to $60 in used. Usually anytime you can find a game based on an anime or like any type of animated series like that, usually you're gonna be looking for good profits there. So just a pro tip for you guys, usually the anime like related games or the games from like a manga or like a TV show, those usually sell really well, and even in used condition. So about $50, $60 there. And then I got this used, or this brand new copy I should say, of Wii Ski. It's usually Wii games don't go for too much unless they're in sealed condition. This one was $5, but it ended up being like half off or something like that. So I only ended up paying like $10 for both of them. So the good news is that this will sell for about $25 and it has a good rank. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next Goodwill. This Goodwill actually had a game that was sealed. It was an Xbox 360 Connect game, but that game was sealed and it was $20 for a Connect game for the Xbox 360. Now, if you know anything about reselling, you know that Xbox 360 Connect games typically aren't worth much. They're maybe worth 20 in sealed condition, if that. Sometimes they're only worth about 10 to 15. In used condition, they're worthless. So it's really crazy to see some of the prices in the Goodwill lately. I know that Commonwealth Picker talked about kind of boycotting Goodwill just because they've been raising their prices and people are still going there and still paying it. So people are willing to do that. I mean, they had Wii's in there for $50 that I had no idea if they worked or not. They had an Xbox 360 that was like the first Elite that came out. That was $50, and I'm just sitting here thinking like, man, I don't understand where they're coming up with these prices, but they had like mugs in there for $5, and I'm like, it's crazy. I don't know if it's because inflation's going crazy and they're gonna adjust their prices back down, or if because our Goodwill got a new like regional manager. So a Goodwill regional manager in Virginia that does Fredericksburg and Stafford. You're really screwing over the people that you know, that spend the money in Goodwill and spend, you know, a lot of money. I mean, I have no problem dropping $100 in a Goodwill and doing that multiple times a day, but the people that do that, I mean, you're not going to make as many sales because now your resellers are going to go find other places to source, like different thrift stores, yard sales, stuff like that. So you're not going to be selling as much. Just a word to the wise. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys are having the same issue with prices going up in your Goodwill. I noticed you guys have made some comments before, but there's still good stuff to find, but it's just a little bit harder. So I'll see you guys at the next Goodwill, and we'll talk there. All right, guys, we are walking into our next Goodwill. Hopefully we'll find some good stuff here. We'll see if there's anything. This guy apparently didn't realize that this is not a parking spot, but whatever. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get in here, and like I said, I'll find you guys whenever there is stuff to be found. If there is stuff to be found, if there is money to be made, we will make it. I don't know why I rambled on like that. I'll see you inside. Absolutely nothing in there, guys. It was all trash, junk. Definitely well picked through. It looks like there's been more and more resellers lately, especially with the cost of everything going up. So I think I'm gonna have to go to some ulterior motives. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a little bit of content in some new places to look at. So we'll talk more in a little bit about that, but I will see you guys shortly. All right, guys, so we are officially heading into a Goodwill down here, a little bit south from me. I don't usually come into this one very often, but when I do, I usually end up finding at least something to flip. I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can hopefully get in here, make some money. I'll come get you guys when I find something. You know the deal. All right, guys, so we found a couple good things here. The first thing we found was this Casio FR2650TM. It is basically a receipt printer for doing like taxes and stuff like that. These sell really well, especially around tax time. So December, January time, these will start flying off the shelves. This one's worth about $50 to $60, depending on what platform I sell it on. But I did test it and it is functioning. So for $5, that's a great pickup. I got this Dymo label Letra Tag label printer. It's only $3. I'm assuming it's working. The battery compartment did look clean, even though there was no batteries in it. But that's a really good pickup. And then from the game section, I pulled up this Phone Fever game. It's brand new, sealed in the package, selling for about $30 on Amazon. So for $4, that's going to be a good pickup to go ahead and get that, especially around holiday time. So I'm going to go ahead and look through the golf clubs and some of the sports stuff around here, and I'll let you guys know what I find. All right, guys, so the only other thing we ended up walking out with was actually this giant IKEA bag for 50 cents. I just picked that up because we are gonna head over to the Goodwill bin, so it did work out well that I picked up that gigantic bag, because now I'm gonna be able to go and pick stuff out. And a lot of places like the Goodwill bins, they do plush for like 99 cents or like a couple bucks for a whole bag. So I wanna make sure that I have the space and capacity if I need it. So I will head that way, and I will see you guys over there. All right, everybody, so we have arrived at the Goodwill outlets. This is actually one of their like big offices, I think, too. So there's actually people that work here and stuff, but they do have a massive thing of bins. So I got my magnum sized IKEA bag. I didn't realize how big this IKEA bag was until I picked it up, but we got our bag and we're gonna go ahead and get in here. So let's get it. Okay, so the first thing I came across was this Trivial Pursuit Lord of the Rings top. It sucks because I'm pretty sure this whole game is probably worth a ton of money. So I'm gonna keep looking for the rest of the parts of this, and if I can find it, I'll let you guys know. Alright, guys, so I haven't found much. I did find this pencil sharpener. These pencil sharpeners usually go for about $20 to $30 in used condition. The only problem is I don't know where the tray is, and I don't think it'll sell without it. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. The other thing I found is this Mystery Complete Chronicles video game. It looks to be in working order, so probably going to scoop that for however cheap that ends up being, and then I'm gonna scan this and see if it's worth any money.
Nope.
I just found this audiobook in complete condition, so we'll see where it takes us. But I'm gonna dig through some more of this stuff, and I'll come back find you guys when I find some more stuff. All right, guys, we are walking out of the Goodwill bin with our small bag of goodies. We didn't get much. I got one of the Skylander like portal of powers. Those are pretty good to pick up. I know those portals can go for a couple bucks, so we picked those up, and then we picked up another calculator, kind of like the one I showed you guys a little bit earlier, and then we also picked up a few more other small things just in between that may or may not sell. I'm gonna head to probably another thrift store or two, and then I'll catch you guys there. All right, guys, we are going into this St. Matthew's thrift store. We're gonna see if we can find anything today. I'm hoping we can actually find some good stuff in here. I've never been in here before, but we'll see where it takes us. So I will catch up with you guys in a couple seconds here once I get in and kind of figure the place out. All right, guys, so we did find a couple good finds while we were out at this thrift store. I didn't really feel comfortable recording in there. There was a lot of little old ladies, and they just were really, really nice, and I'm like, I don't want to be waving a camera around in here. So the first thing I got was this Game of Life Despicable Me version. So this is an older version that came out in like 2008 or whatever, but it does have all the parts. It is selling collectible on Amazon for about $35 plus shipping. So that's a huge score because I did have all the parts for that. And then the other thing I found was this Mickey Mouse embroidered long sleeve t-shirt. It is on a Disney tag that looks to be old. I believe it to be vintage, so I'm gonna have to do a little more research. I couldn't find anything about it online while I was in the store, but once I sit down and do my actual research, I should be able to find it. So other than that, we are probably gonna head home. I'll do a quick recap of everything we got today, and then we will go from there. So I will talk to you guys at home. All right, guys, welcome back. We finally made it back to the house. We have all of our goods here that we picked up over the last couple of days. I do want to be very, very clear about this, that not every store is a winner. We had to go to like 5 or 6 different Goodwills and thrift stores to even acquire this little bit of stuff, which like don't like take it the wrong way. It's definitely still going to make me money, but it's not a lot of money for the amount of time I had to put in. So some days are winners, some days are losers, but let's go over this stuff real quick. That way I can kind of get this video up to you guys, and we'll go from there. But so the first game I bought was this UFC trainer. It has a tag of $17.99. I think I ended up getting this for like $3 or $4. It is about $17 on Amazon, so I'll probably be able to sell this in used condition, get it sold, and make a couple bucks in the process, but nothing too crazy there. We got this sealed copy of Wii Ski. I thought it was really cool to run into a sealed Wii game. I don't see them very often. Almost all the time they're open. I don't think I've ever sold sealed Wii games before. So that's about a $25 game. So after fees and stuff like that, this was $5 as well because it was sealed. So after fees and stuff like that, I'll probably make about 10 bucks on that. The breadwinner of the video game section is this Attack on Titan game. It is for the PS4. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the manual, but it is a $50 to $60 game in used condition. So this was a huge score. I could probably get like 45 bucks for it since it's missing the manual. Next here we have this Dymo Electrotag. It's a label printer basically, but Dymo is a good brand to look for these type of things. They're one of the biggest name brands in that industry. Hashtag not sponsored, not yet. Dymo, please sponsor me. Anyways, so this was about $2 or $3, and these sell in used condition for anywhere from 30 to 50 bucks. So great pickup there. Great ROI on that. This next thing was this Casio FR2650TM. I always tell you guys to look out for these. These make so much money as long as they work, which I tested it out. It looked like it worked. So, but they make a crap ton of money. I think this one is worth like $50 or $60 in used condition. I paid $4.59 for it, so definitely got a good deal on that. I got this from the bins. This is all stuff from the bins right here, this little pile. So from the bins I got this it's like a long portal of power, basically for like Skylanders, I think. I didn't even look it up. I just threw it in my cart because I knew it was going to be like dirt cheap because everything's done by weight there, and it doesn't even feel like it's a pound. So I think I paid less than $1 for it. I can probably realistically get 10 to 15 bucks, but I'll be putting comps up on the screen so you guys can see what I'm actually going to get for this. Same thing with this Myst-Uru Complete Chronicles game. I did notice it had a really good sell-through rate, and the game itself is actually worth a decent chunk of money, about $25 somewhere in there, because I don't know what it is, but I do know that it sells. So again, this was another thing I think I ended up picking up. I think it was only maybe 50 cents into it because it's so light. I picked up this little baggie of sports cards. Now, I don't normally mess with like sports cards or anything, but because it was at the bins and weighed literally nothing, I have like pennies into it. Mind you, this whole pile of stuff here I got for $2, and that's including this calculator. That's probably the heaviest thing. That being said, there's a couple names in here. So there's Scottie Pippen, Reggie Rivers, Leon Seals, I guess, Kevin Johnson, Champ Bailey. I recognize him. I got a random trading card game card, and then Kevin Barlow and Peyton Manning. This was the reason I kind of picked it up, because I'm like, it's not in the best condition, but it is an upper deck card. And it is Peyton Manning back when he played for the Colts. So I figured it might be worth, even though it's only a couple cents into the bag, I probably may be able to get like $5-10 for that. Who knows? So if it's rare, obviously you'll see me cut in and edit and freak out on camera. But for now, I have no idea what the value is. So if you guys know the value, you can make a guess down below before I reveal the actual value. So that being said, here is an Ativa, another one of those calculator type things with the little thing. It's actually in like brand new condition, just out of the box. It hasn't even been like opened or anything, but it did have all the cables. It had some extra rolls with it. I did see this selling for about $25 to $30. So I'll probably list mine open, no box, new without box, just because it obviously has not been used. And again, I only had maybe $1 or $2 into it. So that is a good score there.
Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching the video. If you made it all the way to the end, I really appreciate your time. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me through the whole thing while I did that. The actual footage for that last clip that you guys just saw of me going through everything actually got cut short. The camera either overheated or the camera actually ran out of space when I was recording it. So last couple things I did go over earlier in the video, so I decided to just not include them. Also, I noticed that I also was saying, hey, I'll check in with you guys when I'm in the store. Well, that didn't end up happening. One, there was a lot of crazy music going on, and two, there was like a lot of people around. It was really hard to get any type of footage or stuff like that just because of how crowded it was. And when I say crowded, I mean you're like literally snaking around people to get to where you want to go, to the items you want to check out. So I went ahead and actually decided to X-nay that and just do the footage of me saying, hey, I'm going into this Goodwill, and hey, I'm coming back out. Let me know what you guys think about that. I know a lot of you guys like to be able to see the stuff. So that way in the comments, you can either be like, hey, you missed something, or hey, that was a great pickup, or find, or whatever, that type of thing. So I definitely appreciate any type of feedback you guys have. I do work very, very hard on these videos, and I'm hoping that you guys have a good time watching them. I'm trying to get back on a regular schedule because obviously I have not been consistent. It's been like a month and a half since my last video. So I'm trying to get back on a regular schedule at least once a week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button, leave a like if you liked it, and comment down below on your favorite part of the video or your favorite find of the video. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.